Hello students, hope you are healthy and fine. We are going to start the third part of the chapter, measurements. And in this part we will see the measurement of time and simple pendulum. Now we all know what is a simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is a point heavy mass which is called bob suspended from a rigid support by a massless and inextensible string. Okay, a point heavy mass suspended from a rigid support by a massless and inextensible string. So that is called what? That is called simple pendulum. Okay, this is an ideal case. Now this definition is giving an idea of a pendulum that is an ideal. Ideal why? Because it is not possible to have a point mass. Whenever you have a mass that will have a dimension, that will have a radius or something. Anyway, and the string is considered to be almost inextensible. But that is the definition of a simple pendulum. Now we are going to study about some terms related to simple pendulum. Okay, so what is it? First term that we are going to study is oscillation. See, here the definition is given: one complete to and fro motion of the pendulum of the bob is called one oscillation. See, what does this mean? The pendulum, if you leave the bob from A, it will go to B, and again from B to A. So when this journey is completed, we say that one oscillation is done. Okay, so one oscillation is actually the pendulum going from A to B and again back to A. Then we say that one oscillation is completed. Means, see, A and B are called extreme positions and O is called the mean position So when the pendulum covers from one extreme to other extreme and again comes back to the starting point, then we say that one oscillation is completed. Now time period. Time period is what? Time period means what? The time taken to complete one oscillation. Means that I told you A to B and again B to A. This time taken by the pendulum to go from A to B and again back from B to A, total time taken is called time period or period of oscillation. Now, frequency of oscillation is what? Frequency is actually the number, it is a number. Okay, like time period measures the time in seconds, unit is second, but frequency is a number of oscillations completed in 1 second. Okay, suppose a time period of pendulum is 2 seconds. So how much oscillation it will cover in 1 second? 1 by 2, that is half. So this is a number, which means the number of oscillations completed in 1 second. And SI unit of oscillations of frequency is hertz. SI unit of frequency is hertz. Okay. Relationship between time period and frequency. If T is the time period of simple pendulum, then what is the relation? You can see here, frequency is equal to 1 by time period, or time period is equal to 1 by frequency. Okay, this is called the relation between frequency and 1 by time period. Okay, now we have to study the next topic, that is amplitude. See, if you see the diagram here, you will understand the O is the mean position, and from O the pendulum is maximum going to A or B. The bob is maximum going up to A or B on either side. So this maximum displacement of the bob from the mean position is either OA or OB. So this displacement of the bob from the mean position is called amplitude. So what is amplitude? Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the bob from its mean position. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the bob from the mean position of either side. is called the amplitude. Okay, it can be OA or OB. Effective length. See, the pendulum is suspended from this point, that is S, and this is O, the center of gravity of the bob. So this distance from S to O is called what? See, effective length. Okay, so effective length is what? It is the distance. It is the distance of the point of oscillation to the center of gravity of the bob. Okay, so let's see again. This point S, you can see here, this is what? The point of suspension or point of oscillation, and this point O is called the point center of gravity of the bob. So this distance means OS, this distance OS is called what? Is called the effective length of the pendulum. Okay. Now, we can calculate the temperature. Suppose in the laboratory, you can do the experiment, you put the pendulum in motion and you see how much time is required for 20 oscillations. Okay, so this is a graph showing the relation. So L means if we change the length, so as you can see in the table, the length of pendulum is changed. We are changing the length and we are noting the time. Okay, so when the length of pendulum is suppose 25 centimeter, the time taken for 20 oscillations is 20 seconds. So when the time therefore time taken for one oscillation is 20 by 20, that is 1 second. Okay. Acha. So this is the length of the pendulum, this is the time taken for 20 oscillations, and this is the time taken for one oscillation. And here they are doing L by T square. Okay. So from the graph, this table, one thing is clear, that length is changing, time is changing, but L by T square is constant. So L by T square is constant, and this thing is shown by this graph. This straight line graph shows us that L by T square is a constant. L by T square is a constant. This we can understand from this graph. Okay. Acha, T square versus L graph. So slope of T square versus L. So from the slope of the T square versus L, we can get the value of G. Okay. So what is the value of G? That is acceleration due to gravity is what? 4 pi square by slope of T square versus L graph. So T square versus L means the graph given here. So this slope we will find. Now the question is, what is slope? So slope is what? Slope is actually, see, what is slope? Slope is actually the, I am explaining you, let us first try to understand what is slope. See, this is line, this is the line, and the angle made by the line, if I suppose extend this line this way, so the angle made by the line with the x-axis, the angle made by the line with x-axis is called the slope. That is related to slope. Okay. So from there we can calculate slope. Actually the angle is not slope. The slope we calculate by the help of the trigonometric function that we have not studied now. But from the angle we can get the idea of the slope. Or moreover, slope is what? Slope is actually, so slope is actually the from this triangle PQR, from this triangle PQR, you can say slope is PR by QR. Slope is what? Equal to PR by QR. So slope is equal to, you can see here is written here, slope is equal to PR by QR. Details, what is slope of line, that you study in higher classes. So for the time being, you keep in mind, from that graph, we can say that slope is equal to PR by QR. So slope, so 4 pi square by, from this we are getting the formula for value for G. Now, factors affecting the time period of simple pendulum. Now, time period of simple pendulum is directly proportional to the square root of length. Time period of simple pendulum is directly proportional to the square root of length. Okay. So from here, and it is proportional to the, inversely proportional to the square root of G. Okay, and it is inversely proportional to the square root of G. So from here, we are getting the formula of time period. What is the formula? the formula is T equal to, this is the formula for time period. T is equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Okay? This is the formula for pendulum. Time period of pendulum. And for second, what is second pendulum? Second pendulum is a pendulum where the time period is 2 seconds. So if for any pendulum the time period is 2 seconds, then we say that it is a second pendulum. Okay students, see the video nicely, and in the next class we will do the numericals. Have a nice day.